So, hello everyone. Today's interview is a really special one because we have with us two of India's most influential and well-known female poker pros, Maria Kirloskar and Pratibha Arya. To start off with, firstly, a warm welcome, Maria.
Thank
Uh,
you.
just to tell our viewers, Maria has been in the industry, in the poker industry for around 8 years now. Previously, she worked in the corporate sector before switching full time to poker. Additionally, she's also a businesswoman. So, warm welcome, Maria.
Thank you so much.
Similarly, we have Pratibha, who has also worked in the corporate sector. She worked in coding. Am I right, Pratibha?
No, I actually did never work there. I got placed, but
Okay.
uh, like I took a poker at the same time. So
So you found your calling in poker, and that's how you landed here.
yeah, I would say so.
Fabulous, fabulous. So we have Pratibha and Maria, who both are Adda52 Gaming ambassadors at the moment, and both of them have a great history of titles that they've won, and they've earned a name for themselves in the Indian poker fraternity. So a warm welcome to both of you.
Hi,
Thanks.
thank you so much for the kind introduction.
My first question is for both of you. So, like both of you did work, or like Pratibha said, you studied coding and then you switched to full time poker, right? So, how has
Hmm.
the transition been for both of you? So, we can start with Pratibha.
Okay, so since I never had a corporate career, so there was I didn't have a transition per se. But I mean, because I chose to do poker at the same time I was placed. But now actually at Adda I do feel that corporate vibes wherein like I have to abide by timelines and deliver uh, all these deliverables and giving interviews, etc. So I'm enjoying that too. But the transition to poker was obviously like I didn't have anything to like to take a leap of faith on. But my poker journey has been actually very rewarding, not just financially but also personally. And it has actually taught me to have a growth mindset and become a learner in life. So I owe it to poker for that.
Lovely. Maria, what has your journey been?
Well, I was in the corporate world for about 25 years in corporate communications, knowledge management, and consulting. So I started playing poker when I was about 47 years old, so kind of different from most of the other poker players. Um, I decided to sort of switch to poker because I had worked for a long time and I really wanted to pursue my passion, which was poker. And I kind of picked it up a little late in life, but I said I'm just going to go for it. I played poker for about 3 years, 3, 4 years, and then actually, I think the corporate bug or the sort of non-poker bug kind of hit me again, and I started mental coaching. So that I've started another business, which is mindset coaching for poker players, and that's what I've been doing for the last 4 years. So the transition has been interesting. Yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah, so
Great, great. So, both of you represent Adda52 as their game ambassadors today. So, what was your initial reaction or thoughts when the team actually approached you to be the game ambassador?
I was, I think, over the moon because I've been around the industry for about 8 years now, and Adda has always been the benchmark in poker. So when they approached me, I was quite excited, and they really pitched me a vision of where I could use Adda as a platform to engage with the community from a mindset perspective, as well as to grow the game, position it as a sport. So I was very, very excited, and I'm grateful for the opportunity, and I love working with the Adda team. They're wonderful, and yeah, it's been a great journey since December for me.
Lovely. Pratibha, what has your experience been?
okay, so for me it was incredible because I actually felt honored to be approached by this biggest poker brand in the country. And I also, not just that, I also felt that, felt a sense of belonging, because usually it happens that usually tournament, as it has been the case mostly, that only the tournament regs become pros. So Adda broke that glass for me, and that they approached a cash game player. So it only goes on to show that Adda is their inclusivity and their broader outlook towards the game. So I mean, representing such a big and holistic brand, both online and offline, is obviously incredible. It gives me a sense of pride, a sense of accomplishment, a sense of validation as a poker player.
Lovely. So, if I were to ask you, what are three things that you absolutely love about Adda52?
For me, I mean, like I said, that Adda is like, keep in mind all sorts of players, and cash game, and they value the cash game players as much as they value the tourney players. So I believe that Adda offers, like, these sort of offers an equitable distribution of promotional codes, and both for cash games and tourney players. And not just that, I believe Adda recently has spent considerable amount of resources and time, and taken everyone's opinions, cash game, both cash game and tourney players, and improving their UI. And now I can safely say that Adda has one of the best and the finest UIs in the country for playing, for poker playing experience. I think Adda also, like I said, they keep in mind all sort of players, from regs to reg, from small stakes players to intermediate and bigger stakes. So they keep running offers and satellites for people who cannot afford to buy into bigger tournaments. I like that about Adda. They keep just, keep everyone, consider everyone, and give like uh, like uh, like a platform for everyone to feel included.
Perfect. What about you, Maria? What are the three things you would name for Adda52 being the best?
I think that they are probably. I think I think Adda is the first online site in India, so they really understand the poker community mentality, and they know what they need to offer to engage with everyone in the community, and also getting new people on board. What is it that they look for? How do they take care of those players? So many free rolls for newbies that come on, so that they can build their own bankrolls. Then of course they have all the different stake tournaments, which everyone has gotten really fond of those tournaments over the years. The cash game tables are always busy. I mean, I've played cash also on Adda quite a bit, and they're always full. The action is amazing. They've just updated their software, so it's fantastic. It's really seamless. It's really smooth. Never had a problem with the software. Never a glitch on the software. And I think the last thing which I really appreciate with Adda is that they have a lot of the live tournaments going on right now. So they've just finished WPT. They're coming up with DPT. It's very rare for us to really get an opportunity to play live, and that's the most fun for me, at least. So I really appreciate the fact that Adda is still doing the best job they possibly can with the live tournaments also.
Yeah.
Lovely, lovely. So, Maria, like you mentioned, you've been playing poker for more than 8 years now, right? So, how do you think the poker industry in India evolved over the years, especially for female poker players?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I think that a lot has evolved in the industry. I think worldwide and also in India. I started playing in 2015. Our tournaments used to be probably like 125 people average. Now you have like 300, 600. Even when you go to a live tournament like WPT, it crossed all the records. It broke all the records in terms of participation. So a lot more players are coming in, understanding that poker is an option for a career or it's a hobby. It's just that a lot of people are much more passionate about poker because they've understood and been able to play this game because, companies like Adda have made it accessible to so many players, so many people. I think that it has evolved also that a lot of players now understand the importance of mindset. So that is something which I've seen. I've seen the last 3, 4 years that I've been, exclusively doing mindset coaching rather than playing. That people are very interested in mindset. They want to really understand how to sort of improve their performance by honing their mental skills. And I think I've personally coached probably close to 100 people on the circuit. And for female players, the numbers globally also reflect the India numbers. Online, it used to be before the pandemic, it was probably around 6%. Now it's up to probably 11, 12%. So a lot of women during the pandemic took up poker and now have continued to play poker because it is so fascinating and engaging. And a lot of women have also started coming for live tournaments because they know it's a safe space. They've seen, people like Pratibha, myself, Nikita, a lot of the women who have been on the circuit for a long time that we've sort of, have enjoyed every moment.
I also feel that, I mean, to add on to that, I also feel that poker is something that teaches you the value of EQ, and I think therefore women can actually take away more from poker than men, and they can actually like use it, not just play to as a mental exercise. So.
Absolutely. So, Pratibha, like you mentioned, you are more of a cash game player as compared to tournaments. So, what is it like that you like more about cash games as compared to tournaments?
Okay, so I mean, first of all, I like the fact that I mean that the cash game is a more comfortable grind for me because I can take breaks whenever I want and for however long I want. So I mean, I don't have to abide by schedules. I mean, I should be able to work on my own timeline. That's something that I've preached and practiced since I was in school. So the cash game grind sits better with me. And also, like I'm mostly on the move, so sometimes the Tony schedules don't align. So I prefer cash game formats for that too. But the real reason I play cash games is that I find it to be lesser variance than tourneys because this I mean the skill difference doesn't reduce with the increasing levels in cash games, and I also kind of enjoy that deep stack dynamics, the deep game dynamics more. So that could actually also be the reason I tend to perform better in the early stages of the tournaments. So I enjoy that deeper game dynamic. And also I think your company affects your choice of format too. So owing to the fact that I started playing uh, heads up hold'em format in the beginning of my career, I stuck to cash games. People who hang out with Tony pros, they tend to pick up tournaments until they have achieved a slight mastery in the format before they move on to other formats. So I mean, I feel that people usually underestimate this, but your pals also have a big impact on your career choice. So that's why I tell the younglings and the poker youths to surround themselves with people whom they look up to and not the people who are more fun to hang out with, because it's your career after all.
Absolutely, that's interesting. So, what are your thoughts, Pratibha, on the current live poker scene in India, and what do you think can be better?
I think post-COVID, live games have definitely picked up. We have so many offline events, like Maria mentioned. We recently concluded one of the biggest WPTs we've ever had in India. We saw like 857 unique entries, if I'm not wrong, which we have been seeing bigger and bigger guarantees getting crushed. So definitely, live games are booming. But in terms of improvement, I would say that we could have, because as a cash game player, I have to say that we could actually have, we could probably have more number of cash tables running alongside the big events, or even otherwise, we could have more cash game events, keeping in mind all sorts of players, ranging from regs to regs, small, medium, and high stakes. Because I usually feel that there are events that there are cash game events, but they're around mainly around they cater mainly to mid to high stakes, given the limitation of the space and the number of tables at the casinos. But I feel that we could have more events that cater to the small to mid stake players. That would actually, I think, encourage more participation at the lower level, at the grassroots level, where people actually start getting into poker, looking into it as a career option. So, and also that would actually also probably like give people, the small stakes people, small to mid stake players, that the taste of that lifestyle of traveling to Goa, having fun, and making some money in the process. So I think that there we can improve. Maybe have more cash game events.
Absolutely, that was really thoughtful, Pratibha. Coming to you, Maria, like you said, you've been playing since 2015, and you've played considerable amount of live games, right? So, what do you think is where does live poker scene stand in India right now, and what could have been better?
Yeah, I feel that there's a dearth of live games, live tournament series. I've gone only for one, which was WPT this year. I think there was one previous tournament series earlier in the year, and now we have DPT coming up. And that's about it. I mean, I'm so happy that Adda is actually doing this. At least they have the live tournaments going on. But I would love to see more tournament series, and like Pratibha said, also have more live cash events, especially for lower stakes people who want to get into cash. And yeah, I think that there's such a big opportunity, and I wish there were more live events going on. But the live events that have happened so far, like WPT, was amazing, and it was really fun to meet everyone again, which is always a great thing about live. And to play live, I think it gives you a whole new love for the game every time you play live. So yeah, I think they did a good job last time, and I'm looking forward to DPT.
Yeah, I really enjoyed my time. It was actually one of the first few tournament series that I've played, and I actually enjoyed it thoroughly.
Lovely. So both of you are actually playing the ladies event at the WPT. So how do you think these ladies event impact the scene, the poker scene, or how do they encourage other female poker players to participate?
I mean, we definitely saw more participation this time, or more unique entries. There were other faces than the usuals, and I think having such events also definitely encourages participation. Because actually, there were few girls at my table who were just probably hanging out at the casino, and who had just entered because they saw this ladies event running. And imagine, now they know about poker, they have played the game, they enjoyed their time. So imagine having more such events, how much more participation we can garner. So
Absolutely.
definitely increases participation. And also, like, women also sort of feel secure and safer playing with other women, and also feel inspired, I would say. Like, like when they see someone else doing well, they get inspired by that. And then it inspires more participation in women, shedding they help them shed their inhibitions around the game, given the stigma that is attached to the game. I think these events should take, like, and more, we should have more such events.
Absolutely. I think both of you have been that inspiration for a lot of female players over the years, right? So Maria, what are your thoughts on these ladies events?
Oh, they're great. I mean, I've been playing them since I think 2016. I think maybe the first one was in 2016, if I remember correctly. And to see the level of play from the women who are playing this time at WPT, I was really impressed because I guess a lot of women are playing home games, so they understand the game. Or if they have not played poker before, they understand a little bit about playing cards. So they understand it's competitive. Everyone's very fierce. It's amazing. I love it. It was really great to see. And yeah, just getting to talk to people like, players like Pratibha, understand that, she's playing cash games. There's something which is different between, cash games and tournaments. Then talking to me as a tournament specialist, and understanding that you can make a living from tournaments. And then there were a whole bunch of, the other women pros there that were engaging with the newer women who came and played. And you could see that everyone was very joyful, enthusiastic, excited. And
Hmm.
that's always a wonderful experience. So they really definitely should continue this in all the tournament series.
Absolutely. So, coming to you, Pratibha, you recently met with engineering college students for a session, right? Which was about gaming and entrepreneurship coming together. So, what are your
Hmm.
thoughts on that combination?
I mean, first of all, I was actually very glad to have that opportunity to meet so many students from engineering. Reminded me of my time in college. I mean, and including colleges like IIT Bombay, it was wonderful to hang out with them, and I also got to see how this growing popularity of poker firsthand, and they were actually very interested to take up poker as a career option, and they had so many questions to ask. So it was very exciting and wonderful for me. And as far as gamepreneurship is concerned, I think it's a very unique concept. It's a very unique campaign by Adda, which teaches the students to draw many parallels between running a business and playing poker, and they can take away key learnings from each and apply to either or both. Like for example, like how in business you have to how in poker, like you have to sharpen your skills and build yourself up as a player. Like in business you have a product, right? You are your own product here, and like how you need to be skillful, you need to be efficient enough to get good results, and sometimes you need to be able to sell yourself well also for other opportunities like streaming and representation and ambassadorship, etc. And also how like you build network, which will open more opportunities, and also like especially the fact how you learn how to manage your bankroll, how to have patience, how to have the ability to analyze the situation and take uh, positive EV decisions and difficult decisions, how to control mental stress, how to handle crisis, learn have the appetite for risk and rewards, and like many such. I mean, you can draw many parallels, and I think it's a very unique campaign which addresses that.
Lovely, lovely. So, the last question I had for both of you is that what are the things that you guys are looking forward to as Adda52 Game ambassadors?
As an ambassador, I look forward to building a poker community of focused individuals who are actually looking to make a career in poker, and obviously increase awareness about the game uh, through representation and my results. And I also want to take this opportunity to sort of provide guidance to the budding poker players, and maybe in the process share my tips and tricks and strategies that I've accumulated throughout my career that can help them in enhancing their overall gameplay. And obviously, like we look forward to collaborating with Adda for these events that you're talking about, for DPT, WPT, and many such events, and encourage more and more people to participate in these events and in general participate in poker as a game.
Lovely. Maria, what do you have to say about this?
Yeah, I'm excited, as a game ambassador to be able to sort of use this platform to engage with the community and really um, get players to be much more mindful of the way they play, mindful about the way they live, mindful about the balance between life and poker, right? And so that they can have a longer career. Those of us who have been around the circuit for a long time, we've seen a lot of people burn out right in the first few years. But those of us who have really worked on our mindset, worked on our mental game, understand that there are things that you can control, some things that you can't control. We've been around for a long time. So to give that gift to, I think, the new players, to make them understand that this is a long term game, right?
Yeah.
So to really make them understand that they have to work on mental game, mindset approach, and also just bring the passion that we have for poker to the larger community. All of us who play poker for a living, we are doing it not primarily because of the money, but we're doing it because we just love the challenge. We love the game, and money is just a byproduct of our what we do as a career. And to give the option to people, to younger people, to make them understand that, hey, it's 2023. You can have poker as an option as a career. So
Yeah.
get them to really understand the excitement that is around this fabulous game.
Fabulous. That's truly inspiring. So that's all I had for both of you. It was indeed a pleasure for me to have both of you beautiful ladies uh, today.
Thank you
And
for having
thank
me.
you
Thank
so
you,
much for
Lisa.
taking time out.
Thank you so much.